Hi guys, this is Skittflash here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dangan Ronpa 2 Blind. In the last part, the last person has been totally murdered in a brutal way. It was pretty crazy. I should probably save just for the lulz while I get my bearings together. Chapter 3, good god. Hell, well, whatever. I don't know why that's so shocking. But the music though. Okay, so what do we have to look at? A lighter. This probably is what caught everything on fire. I wonder who started the fire too. That raises a good question. Did he start the fire? Who knows? It's an oil lighter. This is where the curtains would have been hanging. It also looks like the fire did extensive damage here. The oil lighter was placed here. It goes without, it's reasonable to say that someone started the fire here. Is a most foolish thought. Oh, the music though. Oil lighters continue to burn after someone lets go of them. That's definitely how that works. Using that, the curtain was set on fire. Using the oil lighter, do you think the killer has set up some sort of trick with it? Maybe. The killer was probably planned to destroy evidence by setting the warehouse on fire. Interesting. Or maybe so we couldn't see, what was going down? Or who knows? What was the point of the music? So what is this? The fire grenades that didn't do anything. Who told us to do those? I don't know. This is probably all the shit we threw. Fire grenades. Didn't Chiaki say that she did see like that there was more equipment than there used to be or something? Something stupid like that, or something probably meaningful like that. All right, and the sprinklers. Why do they only wait until then to go off? I guess there was a while though. The fire was only extinguished thanks to those sprinklers. So these didn't do jack shit. This evidence really isn't all that strange. Okay, what does pique my interest is this Monokuma plushie. Monokuma's dead! There's blood coming out of his stomach. No response, he's dead, Jim. Just kidding, I'm not dead. This is one of those life-size plushies that were being produced on this factory. Maybe like maybe like the spear went through, like, I don't know how that worked. Okay, don't put oversized garbage there, it's so misleading. So maybe he got speared behind, either behind or in front of Nagito, and some theatrics went on, making a hole like it got stabbed and going through the trouble of dirtying the hole with blood. Oh yeah, that is kind of odd. Did he try to imitate Nagito's body or something? I had nothing to do with that. Interesting, he's probably lying. Why are you always lying? You should just die like that plushie over there. Damn. But you guys better watch out what you say. If I feel like it, I can wipe you out easily. Alrighty then. So, it looks like those annoyances are gone, and back to even cooler music. If it wasn't a trick of Monokuma, then who did this? Could the killer have done this? And if so, with Nagito's blood, why? I have no idea how this connects to the incident. Okay, so what's up? If anyone could go home, nothing would make me. If everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. We should finish the trial. We can think of doing that after. Oh man, one of you guys is gonna fucking die. One of us killed Nagito in such a cruel way. It's too bizarre. I can't do anything except laugh. Where's Sakane, by the way? Oh, no, there you are. Jesus, there are so little people. You can't just kill one of these people. She looks like in deep thought while staring at the ceiling. Something strange about the ceiling? That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire. You can see the girder right next to it, right? There's blood. Really? A red streak. Interesting. I definitely see it. It looks like a small red line on the ceiling girder. Is that blood? Yeah, how the hell did that get up there? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Not when there's like some fucking the most convoluted murder going on right now, apparently. A straight line, like a spear. Oh, maybe they use like the javelin thingy to bring that up there for some reason, to hang it up there. Why would that be? That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. Okay, blood. Oh my god, I just realized the mini games this chapter are gonna suck. We're gonna have to do like Hang-On's Gambit 2 billion times, and it's gonna wreck me. Oh god, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not freaking out about this like in Kazuichi, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, what's gonna happen? Yeah, what is gonna happen? No? Who knows what will happen? What do you think will happen? Something's gonna go down, obviously. So what do you mean, something? He's making us kill each other. What could be worse than that? Something even worse, no doubt. But this is what Monokuma are talking about, so there's no way it'll end smoothly after a countdown. So let's focus on the investigation. Okay. So, Akane, before we examine the shit that went down, it mattered for Gundam's killing and for Mikon's. But it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. Damn. This time, look at this. Looks like this time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing right now? It's 12:30. So yeah, the clock functions still. That means Nagito died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently. He's totally a fresh kill. Interesting. It's a bad way of describing it. It happened 30 minutes ago. Was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? But didn't the bombs go off slightly early, if I remember? Or maybe that's just a miscalculation on their part. Those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon, which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagito's killer. But this could be like when Nekomaru died, the Neko, yeah, automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so there would have been needed time to prepare. Oh wait, no, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up. Okay, that's the problem. Interesting, so let's look at Nagito, the poor soul. He's always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us, but even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There are times when when we were only able to reach the truth because of him, because he's goddamn smart. But everything good about him, bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. Oh man. That's shitty. Okay, everything that catches my eye. You mean everything that catches Triangle's eye? What about your feet? They're tied up. What are they tied to? To pillars. Okay, so, oh, okay. Maybe he was tied like that on the ground, and then the spear, like, fell on him somehow using that, like, thing on the top. But then why would there be blood there already? Interesting. So I definitely think the blood on top of there is because there's blood right there on the string. Okay, according to the Monokuma file, his wounds on the legs were all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagito, but also stabbed his legs? Maybe so he didn't have the strength to, like, break free? It's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a grudge towards him. Or they might have been torturing him. I mean, if he just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest. Yeah, it's definitely fucked up. If you disregard the spear on his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Okay, maybe. Or maybe there's something to it. Is that the case? What was the killer trying to make Nagito confess? Oh, was it the code, maybe? Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagito. Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. I guess so. Would they really gone this far? Yeah, it's kind of messed up. Torture wounds. Okay. So then, his face. Ugh, gosh. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had an agonizing look on his face when he died. Or maybe it's a smile. You never know with him. His mouth was covered with duct tape. Was this to keep him from screaming for help? Oh, it could have been. Yeah, that's right. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. You got a minute? Shiaki moved past and looked out in his face. Nope, that is definitely a scream of agony. Okay. I'll be fine. I'll put it back there once I'm done investigating here. You're awfully calm about this. Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. Wow. Whoa. Uncalled for. The blood on Nagito's face, it looks like it mostly came from the slice on his left arm. If that's the case... Hey, about the blood splatter on his face... There's no blood under the duct tape, so that means the duct tape was on before he got all fucked up like this, I assume? The duct tape has crinkles, like it was sticking towards the inside of his mouth, right? Which means Nagito was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. So which means he was probably alive when like he was getting messed up like this. Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body, so he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth. I don't really get it, but if we just put the duct tape on his mouth already? Yeah, okay. So, duct tape, oh god, that's just so messed up. So what else is there to examine? The spear, and I guess your left hand. There's a cup on his upper left arm. His legs on the right have stab wounds, but this is a slice. Oh god. That's probably the reason why the wound in his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that these are hideous wounds and there is blood everywhere. Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left hand was sliced, but... God damn it, why is this... But doesn't the blood spatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. Now why would that be? Maybe he was holding something while he was getting sliced, maybe? Or maybe his fists were clenched? Who knows? Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it's splattered? No, because it's on the inside of his stuff too. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand... Okay, what would that mean? I guess that would kind of indicate his fists were clenched like that. That does look what that does seem like what that means. See, it's just what I said. It's strange, right? I win. All right, goody, good for you. Okay, blood on the left hand. What else? There's the rope, the burnt rope. It's tied with a rope, but that got burnt probably because the current was burnt. But that's weird. If the rope burnt off like this, what about it? And why are Nagito's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Interesting. No current theory I have for that right now. That's probably going to be important too. It's probably what's going to nail me. This knife is stabbed through Nagito's... God. How did the killer do this? How could they have done something so cruel? It's kind of messed up, man. Must have been for the military base. There's all kind of stuff there. By the way, it seems like the wounds on his left... the wounds left on his legs and left arms were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagito's left legs and arms, they stabbed it through his right hand. And they finished him off with a spear. Does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? Yeah, they could have killed him with a knife or they could have used the spear. Maybe the spear was on some sort of timer after the knife. That would make sense. If there was a reason they had to use it. Interesting. So let's look at the important bit of this, the spear. The spear with a flashy ornament on its top impaled deeply into Nagito's stomach. There's no way around it. It looks like the fatal wound. It's a strange looking spear. The cord extends from the tip of the handle and there's an iron weight attached to it. Use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Yep. Of course not. It's the spear of Gungnir, right? Where did that spear come from? It came from the house. I saw it in Izumi Castle. Yeah. I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Damn you, mice. Damn you all to hell. Alright. So even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. So he probably doesn't know that there's a password in there, huh? Well, more importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle, looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Maybe that's where the hand was? Maybe that's what he was holding? Like he was holding the cord in his left hand somehow? And like, maybe if he let go, like he'd fucking get murked? And he did? Well, I don't know. By getting burnt? I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Very convoluted, I'll tell you that. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that this section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently the spear came from Izumi Castle. He might be able if I confirm that later. The Spear of God, we're really calling it that now? Okay, geez, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does that mean I'm used to it? That's such a horrible thing. And one of my peers is the killer responsible, and I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer? Am I used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. I guess that's enough. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagito, there should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone through the trouble of tying him with a rope, covering his mouth with duct tape, all those cuts. So what was the reason? Alright, I should try investigating the other areas inside the warehouse. Like what? What other areas are there? This warehouse, right? This is in fact a warehouse. I want to say that's what it is. Leave here? Why not? Usually they tell me if like I shouldn't be leaving here. Are those like dominoes? Like a domino effect? Is that what triggers the lighter? Interesting. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burnt. Did the fire do that? But why are they scattered like this last time? I seem to recall they were like that. Interesting. So they definitely probably had some domino effect right there. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? No, I don't think so. The tipped over panel. Oh, maybe when we opened the door, that caused the fire to actually set off. So maybe the reason those panels are tipped over is because when we opened the door, with those words brushed off and slowly opened the door, there's something blocking the door. Okay, it's a trap. Just gotta use a little more force. And there we go, that's probably what did it. Could it be? What if that didn't work? I mean, like, I know, like, in this perfect Dangan Ronpa world, all the traps work, but, like, you kick over the door open once and your stupid dominoes, like, mess up, like, there goes your plan of fire and shit. And these Monokuma panels are tipped over, starting from the entrance. There we go. In a straight line. That line is the only one that's neat and orderly. Cool. Isn't that clearly strange? That means we can speculate this wasn't done intentionally. How would that start a lighter, though, I wonder? Maybe that was like the, that was what, like, you could light it up in the first place to actually start the fire. That makes sense. MP3 player. That's cute. Why is it here? It looks like that weird music was playing from here. You know, the music that was blaring when the fire started? It looks like it busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. That music was playing from an MP3 player. Why was he playing music in the first place? Very good point, actually. Maybe so you couldn't hear the Nagito that was going down. Was that all? Is that everything? Do we have to talk to everyone again? Oh no, more stuff. What is this? Tons of books! Okay. The sprinklers completely soaked them, I can't even turn the pages anymore. Is that it? Eh? I should probably investigate here first. Okay, nope, still stuff. Do we have to talk to everyone again? I hope not, but I will anyways. Okay, nope, looks like this is all the same. What about the important people, who might have something different to say? Even if it's an important clue, we might be able to notice it, but it's better than the warehouse burning to the ground. But there was a lot of smoke, it's a good thing we didn't go inside when we were throwing grenades. That's nice. I wasn't thinking that at all. Okay, I was asking Hajime. How lewd. Well, that's nice. You should probably just keep your mouth shut. Okay, that was a change of pace. A nice distraction. Dude, Joshua totally reminds me of Nagito, the character design at least. Oh well, even though maybe that's why I fucking love him so much. There's no way I could have actually done it, it was just upset, you know? Yeah, okay. You lived through the cast trial. So is there something I'm glossing over? Which reminds me, there's something I need to ask her about. I think it's time to talk to her. Hey, what's up? Huh? What about it? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? You had to check something? What was it you had to check? Oh, that's alright. It's not a bomb. How did you know that? Well, it's not all either. When I was, when we were there looking for bombs, why were you at the military base? When I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Well, do you suspect me? No. You just... Jesus shit, you son of a bitch. Alright. Sonia? I should calm down and explain to you why you're at the military base. When I first explored the island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there. At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons if I announced it to everyone, so I kept silent the whole time. You got suspicious and wanted to investigate them, and I suspected the bombs had disappeared. But the bombs were nowhere to be found because they were searching for them. You were late when you all gathered. And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagito bought were from the military base, which means they're clearly fake bombs. Okay, how do you know that? Because I attempted to use one of them. Right. Interesting. Okay, at the time I still believed the bombs were real. Okay, that makes sense. I love how Monami is watching. Platinum was an utter failure, the bombs were not real, they're merely a fireworks display. Okay, that's nice. So the bomb... I did, as Monami as well, so she was secretly peeking at the bomb, but you didn't tell us none of that, now did you? If me and Nagito took them, that's why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think that it was strange when Nagito blew up the hospital lobby. How in hell did he do that? He probably used, you know, from an octagon bomb or something. That might have been Nagito's plan all along. He used the one real bomb to make us believe that he had other bombs. That makes sense. Extremely calculated, of course. Nagito is always extremely calculated. In fact, he might have a hand in all this shit going down right now. There should be no more reason for you to doubt me. Okay, I get it. So then, I think that's a good amount of exploration for now. We found all the clues in the warehouse. In the next part, we will be investigating some more. But until then, this has been Skittflash. Hope you've enjoyed watching. Bye!